Platinum, you stay at 85, you stay at Platinum. But the rate they're sending me bad orders, that's going to go away, and I'm totally out of disputes for time.
The Silver Dasher.
Morning. It's Thursday. I'm doing the morning Spark. But I will tell you, the first one that came up, I rejected. It was like $19 for 18 miles. I said, nah. Then another one popped up, $11 for 8 miles. I said, no. Then a bunch of them showed up, you know, and I picked one. Let's see here. I think it was the best of the bunch. I picked, $17.28 for 8.9 miles, but it's only 10 items. So, and one drop off. So that was the best of them. So yeah, you know, so at least, you know, the dollar amount is almost practically double than the mileage, but the number of items, like, you know, 10, maybe 15 total with some duplicates. So anyway, on to Walmart we go, and then shopping, and then the customer. Hopefully with this small order, it says total trip take 38 minutes, shopping and delivery. So hopefully I get back and pick up another order. So on to Walmart we go. See you in a little bit. Well, I just dropped off that shopping to a neighborhood I've been before. That's right on the lake, but this time I delivered to a house that's on the upper side of the neighborhood. The house I delivered before was on the lake. This house is on the opposite side of the road, but it's high up, has a high on a hill, and it overlooks the house across the street right onto the lake, and you see the bridge that I usually go when I go into Talladega County to make delivery. Beautiful sight. I mean, when it's warmer, it's really nice. And they got a big, huge front porch covered, you know, seating area and all that, so you can enjoy the scenery. It's nice. You know, if you can't get on the lake, that's the second best thing, to be able to overlook everything and see the lake and the surrounding areas. But yeah, so yeah. Nope, I'm rejecting that one. $13 for 14 miles. See how, you know, while the app doesn't chime while I'm driving, because the Android Auto doesn't cancels that no matter what. Now, if I'm not driving, I'm shut down. It works fine. But yeah, $13 for 14 miles? No. This was okay. This, at least the dollar amount was double than the mileage. So making my way back, hopefully to get another decent shopping order. I don't do pickups here. I tried a couple times. I was successful one time, but the rest have always been canceled. So, there's another one. $18 for 12 miles? No. Oh, that's a pickup. Reject. Anyway, as you see, the stuff that I deal with. So, anyway, let's head back towards Walmart. See if we can get a decent order. So, see you in a little bit. Oh, welcome back. I'm gonna do DoorDashing. This first time in over a week. Let's go ahead and start the Dash app. Yeah, I hate this thing. Navigate to a certain zone. So, anyhow, but a little update about while I was sparking during that time, my Dash account went to gold because I hadn't dashed in over a week, and so I was not getting any points for, dashing recently, and So I had one platinum pass left over. I was going to do it, but then I said, let me look at the lateness again. So I had still had like 7 or 8 late deliveries from when they said I was late and all that. So I tried to dispute it, and I was able to dispute 5 of them before it says you're no longer allowed to dispute. And because of that, it brought me back to platinum. So I still got 1 platinum pass left over. So technically I'm back in platinum, even though I was gold for over a week, but I haven't done it. So anyhow, so lunchtime I'm going to head over to Cracker Barrel as a base of operation. So let's see how it goes today. So see you in a little bit. Oh, finally got a decent offer. First offer was to go to Home Depot shop and it was 3 miles, $3 for 2 miles. I declined that. Then I got a stacked order for Home Depot and McDonald's, $9 for 9 miles. And I rejected that. Then I got a Zaxby's order for $13 for 15 miles. Rejected that. Now I got a Zaxby's order for $6 for 2 miles. So I accepted that. So yeah. I almost took that $13 15 miles because it was over $10. But I was like, I'm not gonna deal with that. Dude, you're blocking the road. So anyway, here at Zaxby's, let's go ahead and get the order and then to the customer. So see you in a little bit. Well, just delivered that Zaxby's right over here in the neighborhoods, close to the customer that wanted me to buy cigarettes and break the rules. And just as I finished dropping it off, I got another good offer. I'm heading to Jersey Mike's, another high-paying offer. So let's head over to Jersey Mike's and pick up that order and deliver to the customer. So, see you in a little bit. Well, I just delivered at Jersey Mike's. That's the nearest thing. See, we're Wingstop, Jersey Mike's, and Starbucks. They're all in the same building, but to get there, the traffic light there is so long because there's so much traffic going in and out, and it just makes it difficult. And so, time-wise, I barely made it for the delivery by a minute because it took so long to, I was a minute or two late getting to the store. Not because I was goofing off, it's because the traffic lights at that particular intersection are so long because there's so much traffic coming from the interstate trying to go that way. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. So yeah, that's 2 quote-unquote high-paying offers in a row. So I've been declining those really bad ones, and they try that Home Depot one. They try to sneak in, add McDonald's to that to make the pot sweeter. But when you go from $3 for 2 miles and then you go for $9 for 9 miles, it doesn't sweeten the pot. So anyhow, heading back to base. I'm in the. Oh, there we go. I'm going to take that one, even though it says it's high paying, but it's $10. So take a screenshot. $10 for 6 months, but it says it's high paying, so I accept that. So we're going the Great Wall, so I got to turn around and make my way back that way. So let's get the Great Wall and then the customer. See you in a little bit. Well, I delivered a Great Wall to the local college, Jeff State, and in fact, the guy was waiting for me at the front door. He just happened to be there, and I gave it to him, and I took a picture, and then wouldn't let me take the picture. It would not accept it. It says you must be at room 121. So I walked. I asked him where one. He showed me this. So I took a picture of the door. It took that. Wow. So this has happened before. In fact, when I went to the dock in the box, this happened about 3-4 weeks ago. Now I think I mentioned in the video about it that whoever took the picture for the first time took it at a bench in the waiting room, not at the proper room that, where the delivery is supposed to be. So I went to the delivery where it's supposed to be, but it wouldn't, no matter what I did, the photo. So I had to walk back to the bench that the first person ever and take the photo so it matches that. And so, yeah. What a mess. So yeah, well, that's 3 high-paying offers in a row. I don't think I've ever had 3 in a row before. So I'm going to head back to base. Let's see, yeah. There we go. Or is that base? Yeah. Head back to base and see if we get another order. I'm going to be honest, I'm declining the ones I usually took. I've been declining them. But, if it's a good one, like I said, I almost took that first Zaxby's order. It was $12 for 15 miles. I said, but if it's higher than that and reasonably, I'll take it. So anyway, let's see what happens. See you in a little bit. Well, I've been waiting for a while now, but I've been getting some god-awful offers, and I've been declining them. Like a McDonald's offer, $2 for 7 miles. That was a McDonald's offer. That's insulting. I then had a couple other offers, but I finally picked up one that's let's see here. Yeah, it's a double offer, double stacked order. Wendy's and Little Caesars for $8.48 for 4.6 miles. So that's what I'm on. So I'm heading to Wendy's first, and then Little Caesars after that. So to the stores and then the customers. See you in a little bit. Well, I just finished delivering that stacked order. Unfortunately, both orders were not to the same customer. I've seen a lot of those that are, but there were 2 different customers. And man, delay at the first one and then delay at the second one. You know, it's tough to make, especially with stacked orders with 2 different customers. You know, if you're delayed at one spot, it just cascades, and then you're marked late for everything. So anyhow, all right, let's see where should I go? I think I may head back to base, since that seems to be a bigger zone. But gosh darn, a lot of crap. A couple of them I would have taken it, but I said I'm done. I'm not worried about exception rating. I am worried about it on time to help benefit. I said, and I've got no points from being active. That's a problem. So hopefully DoorDashing today and tomorrow will help eliminate that a little bit. But when I disputed those those lateness, it got me back 4 points. It got me to 89 points. But now, since I declined a lot of those offers, I'm down to 87. Platinum, you stay at 85. You stay at platinum. But the rate they're sending me bad orders, that's going to go away, and I'm totally out of disputes for time. So, yep, tough. Especially since, if you're in platinum, you should be getting the good orders, not the crappy orders. But like a lot of people have said on the channel, I'm gold tier, or my acceptance rate, is I'm not platinum. You're still getting the same crap orders where you're platinum, gold, or silver. So anyway, so I'm going to head back to base, which is Cracker Barrel, I think. Yeah, that's the biggest hot zone. That's the other thing about the app. They say go to the nearest hot zone for better chance. So yeah. So that's what I'm doing. So anyway, heading back to base and see if we can get another order. See you in a little bit. Finally picked up a small little order from Zaxby's, but it's $5 for 2 miles. It says it's high paying. So let's head to Zaxby's and see what happens. See you in a little bit. Well, I just delivered that Zaxby order. The order was ready when I got there, so that was pretty quick. Deliver here to apartment complex. I've been to many times, but as soon as I finished delivering, got a McDonald's order, which I promptly rejected because it was like $7 for 8 or 9 miles. I'll post a picture. I'll get a picture of it. So I started off with a acceptance rating of 78 today. I'm down to 70. Shows you how many crap orders I've been getting. So anyhow, I think I'm gonna park at McDonald's, see if I can get a better offer for a minute. If not, I'll head back to base. So let's see what happens. See you in a little bit. Well, I'm taking a very small order. I'm heading to Jack's. It's for $4, but it's only 1.5 miles. So, yeah, that's probably the minimum offer I will take. But I was sitting here at McDonald's for at least 30 minutes. Nothing's going on, so Might as well take this and see, opens up the floodgates hopefully for me. So anyway, on the jacks I go, and that small order, and then the customer. See you in a little bit. Well, I just delivered that Jack's order to an employee of the America's eyeglass place here, where the Hobby Lobby is. Took me a while because she only gave me the number address. I told her in the future I would recommend to put the name of the business in there so it gets there quicker, because I have to slow down and look at the numbers. It's all good, but it just makes it a little easier. So anyway, yeah, things are slow. So the only quote unquote hot zone right now is a whole area that's surrounding Jack's. So that's where I'm heading. Back to Jack's I go. So let's see what happens. And I got about less than an hour left on my what I consider my dash. I only dash at 3 o'clock when I dash. So anyway, back to Jack's. See you in a little bit. Well, just as I signed off, I got a high-paying offer from Starbucks. Wish they could have given to me that 10 seconds earlier, because I just drove right by it. Now I got to turn my butt around and go through that long-ass traffic light. So, all right. Back that way and heading to Starbucks. See you in a little bit. Well, I just delivered that Starbucks, an area that I've been to before. In fact, just now driving by the house of the lady who was handicapped. And I brought her pizza one time, and she had kitty cats, and then of course I had the little puppy dogs. Been to her house twice, but of course I haven't DoorDashed in a little while. I wonder, but I haven't gotten orders from over here before, so. There's a puppy dog. So, yeah, well, but the instructions were very specific. Leave by the back fence by the blue truck. Well, found the back fence, found the blue truck. But what I did, I sit it on top of the garbage can so I can reach. I reached over the fence, put it on the garbage can. So, and I sent her a message. I left it on top of the garbage can. So, I hope that was okay. So, anyway, got about 30 minutes left in the dash. Let's see what hot zones we're around Chick-fil-A. So, I'll tell you what, let's head back that way and see if we can get at least one more order before we call it a day. So, see you in a little bit. Well, that's it. It's 3 o'clock. Didn't get another order, but I just popped at the end of the dash and get this. Offers accepted. 7 out of 18. That shows you how much crap's been sent my way. And I only took orders that were minimum $4. I had one of $4, but the dollar amount was at least almost, if not close, but at least double the mileage. So I'm going to head on home, and we'll give a summary of the day, at least for this DoorDash. So, all right, see you in a little bit. Well, finally back home, and I'm going to be honest, it was a little slow for dashing, but the side benefit is I'm not wore out. And I think this is, even though I may make a little bit less money, but, not being worn out and still be able to do stuff when I get home and not being tired all the time, that's more important. So let's start off with the Spark this morning. Yeah, that was bad. Only got one offer. Well, I take the back. I took the third offer because the first two were bad. This has just been a bad day the whole day. But for Spark, I had a confirmed earnings of $12.28 with an unconfirmed daily tips of $5. So that's because I only had that one offer, but it was like $17 for like 8 miles, something like that. So as far as door dashing, yeah, like I mentioned before, I made $49.48, accepting 7 out of 18 offers. Total dash time 4 hours and 15 minutes. So, finish your challenge. What's this? This is something new. Oh, yeah, they had a challenge I did not know. Challenge bonus you earn offers $50. Well, 8 of 25 complete. There's no way I'm going to be able to do that. That's new. So let's check the ratings. Well, I was at 89 points out of 100 to maintain platinum status. That's because I win disputes and late charges. Well, I'm down to 86. So 2 more points, I'm out of platinum. So, completion rate. Let's do on-time rating. View all orders. Yep. That stacked order. They said I was late on pickup by 3 minutes, and I was not late by 3 minutes. And I was late by pickup at Little Caesars in 5 minutes. But I was delivered early to the customers by 2 minutes. But all that adds up as being late. So that is, let's see here. Nope, dispute won't be accepted. Yeah, because of that stacked order, and I was delayed, and I can't dispute it. So there you go, folks. DoorDash messing me around. So I lose a point on that. Last 30-day orders, I'm still at 48. Maybe I'll gain a point if I get at least 5 orders tomorrow. So yeah, this is messed up. So okay, well, that's Thursday. Like I said, I'm going to do the same thing tomorrow. Spark in the morning, DoorDash in the afternoon. Saw in the weather, as this is recording, we got another winter storm coming. This time, it's going to hit us. It's going to get down to 0. That's gold. Well, I hope you like this little adventure. Again, I trashed my acceptance rating. I think I was at 78. Now I'm down to, what am I down to now? I'm down to 70. So, yeah. But, yeah. I'm not playing these games with the tier. And plus, in the shopping. That's nothing. I didn't get a shopping order today. I'm tired of the games. So I'm just going to do my best picking the best orders that I can. So anyway, if you like the video, I urge you to select like. And if you enjoy what I do with the channel, I urge you to subscribe. And then I also urge you to join the membership club. There you get to see some extra content. I do a weekly recap after I post the Sunday Spark All Day video. I give a recap of the week, just a brief summary of the week, and then I go over the numbers, which includes mileage, dollars per hour for both actual work time and waiting time. So, and I post some extra pictures and content along also. But if you're also interested in the equipment that I use, I urge you to select the links on the videos to see the Amazon links for all the equipment I use, from the smallest stickers that I use to the bags that I use, and also the stuff that I use for Spark. And then if you're interested in the equipment that I show you the cameras I use and all the equipment that I use for YouTubing. And if you're interested in the clothing that I wear, this right now, you can see I've got the dash driver gear. Link is also in the videos. I show the dash and Spark gear because I'm only allowed to show 30 items, which includes the different sizes. So look at that. But if you want to see more stuff, I also have t-shirts. If you don't want to wear a polo shirt that I got, I make designs of t-shirts with the different logos on there. But there you can pick different colors instead of just gray for DoorDash and blue for Spark. So anyway, that's going to be it for today. Hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, and we're going to do this again tomorrow. So we will see you later. Bye.